It's been so long since last I've seen my son lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Since you've been gone, I've been singing this stupid song so I can ponder the sanity of your mother. Anyway, what's up? I'm the Dead Cactus. I have no clue if that was in key or not, but it is now on the internet forever, and I refuse to take it down. Everybody will be now blessed and or cursed by the sound of my voice. What is up, everybody? I'm the Dead Cactus, and we're going to be talking about FNaF 2, the movie, while flipping a coin. I'm gonna wait for somebody to show up in chat before I start talking about it. Also, I'm taking the headphones off. Oh, I just heard my jacket making noise. Alright, we got some people in chat. There we go. Okay, so, I just need to be constantly flipping while I'm talking. I'm gonna mute that. It's just gonna be background noise. We don't even care about it. Okay, so, first off, I think it was better than the first, by a long shot. Granted, I haven't seen the first one since it came out, so I want to watch it again and make judgment again. Okay? As of from what I remember, it tops the first, not by an insane amount. Hey, Curry, what is up? I have no water. Let me get some. Okay. By the way, just so you guys know, I'll have to look up the date. I went and checked when I discovered Five Nights at Freddy's, because I discovered it at a party of someone, and I had my mom check of the date of that party, and it was before the second Five Nights at Freddy's game came out. So I have been a FNaF fan literally since the first game. So I was very pleased with that. Anyway, drinking water. Good stuff. Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. Alright. So let's talk about what I liked. Alright. Here's what I liked. That might be difficult. I liked a lot of it. I think the first half of it to 2/3 of it were perfect. Literally could not have been better. That I can think of. Okay? And I think the same thing happened at the end that I remember happening at the first one. I think that they ran out of time, not filming, but movie screen time, and they had to cram in the end. I got the same feeling in the first one, and I got the feeling in this one, where I was like, it really seems like they, I don't remember if it was the last third or the last half. I want to say it was like the last third of the movie. Everything felt real crammed. And it was like so much was happening where it was just like boom, 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 boom. And it didn't give me time to rest and think about what was happening. Yes. 100%. Felt rushed towards the end. And I think the same thing happened in the first one to my memory. So, Scott Cawthon, if you see this. Jason Blum, if you see this. Make your movies longer. I'll still watch it. Please, don't do a part 1 and a part 2. Y'all are doing it great. I mean, really, the movie is so much better. Here's the thing. I went into it thinking, I do not think this will be as good as the first one. I came out of it thinking, that was way better than the first one. They definitely learned. But, you gotta make the movie longer. You just can't fit it all in there. You're trying. I don't think you're succeeding. And that might be a hot take. I don't know. I thought it was great though. I think the first I want to say 2/3. It's hard for me to judge because it really was crammed in there at the end. So I'll have to look at timestamps. And I want to, once like I find a way to watch them somehow at my house, I want to watch the first and second one again, back to back. And probably even like get my notepad and like actually take notes about what I did and did not like, and what I thought was improved and what I thought could be improved, just because I think that'd be nice. But I think the majority of it was amazing, like straight up amazing. I think they really, really nailed the creepiness factor in this one. Again, towards the end, kind of got a little muddied. So I guess when I am talking about the game, I mean the movie. When I'm talking about the movie, if I'm saying something positive, unless I specifically say it's in the end part of the movie, assume it's at the beginning. I'll just make this clear. Okay, let me talk about the beginning of the movie. Like the part, or not necessarily the beginning, but like until it got rushed. I'll talk about that first, and then I'll talk about the rushed part. I think the non-rush part was great. I think the way that they introduced the FNaF 2 building, great. I think, yes, definitely way more of a horror theme. Definitely, and I loved it. I definitely jumped way more at this one, but it also did not seem like it was, like, over the top, right? It seemed like the appropriate amount. I think the way that they did the deaths was very classy. It was not overly gory. I think it was the correct amount, personally. I know some people prefer like more or less. I think the way they did it was great. I really do. So let's see what else. Like I said, I think the way they introduced the building, amazing, and the way they introduced. By the way, anybody that's seeing this, spoilers. Wee woo, wee woo. Spoilers. Right. Yes. Let's upgrade some of this stuff. I'm not really focused. Okay, so we want to do that. Do that. Okay, good. The way they introduced Michael Afton was great because they were like, I did not realize it was the FNaF 2 building until they went inside the building. Where they were like, so when they introduced Mike and they were like, oh yeah, this is Mike, I was like, who is this guy? And why is he posing as Mike? I did not realize until the near end of the movie that it was Michael Afton. Which, I'm interested in the way that they kind of took it as him, instead of being him like a force of good, he's a force of evil. So I find that very interesting. Very interesting. And I definitely want to go like rewatch it now that I've seen it, so I can look at stuff. Let's see, what else did I like? One thing that confused me was the recast position for Matthew Lillard. So I was real confused about that because at the start of the movie I was like, oh, he's hiding out as the teacher. Whoa. And then eventually I realized, nope, they just recast him as somebody else. So wasn't exactly sure about that. That kind of confused me. Let's see, what else did I like? Let me think. Kind of trying to think about stuff that happened. I think the death for, and I don't remember what her name was in the movie, but the death for McKenna Grace, holy cow, that was unsettling. One question I have that may just be something that I didn't quite catch on to. How is the puppet controlling people? Because, yeah, for real, I was like genuinely like, when I saw that scene, I was like, oh, this is gonna be, they amped it up. When I saw that, I was like, they got it better. And I was very pleased. But, so I assumed that when the puppet possessed somebody, it was doing like an innard and taking their insides out. But it seems like maybe it just went down their throat, but then how did it control them? Okay. I mean, what about entered, though? Or, I don't know. See, that's what I'm confused about, right? Do this, I think. Boom. Okay. Because at first, I was like, oh, the puppet has to, like, crawl down someone's throat, maybe, or take out their insides. But then it possessed Abby, and then Abby walked away generally unscathed, other than feeling sick. But then when it possessed Vanessa, it didn't look like it went down her throat. It looked like it just came in from behind her and was like, woo! And, oh, now Vanessa's possessed! Oh, so, very confused. Very confused on that. Don't know if that's just a me thing. I don't know. Also, I feel like I'm nerd-necking horribly. Let's scoot in so I don't have to lean towards the camera. Goodness. So that really confused me. I'll have to look into that. Loved the design of all the animatronics. The withered animatronics looked great. Not that the toy animatronics didn't, but when I saw the withers, I literally turned to Tristan and I said, they look great. I think they did a great job on the withers. I think those are like the outliers of things that I liked. I liked the way that they did the horror and like the unsettlingness of it. I think the deaths were much better. I'm trying to think of anything else that I specifically liked or disliked in the first part of the movie. Let me think. Offhand, there's nothing that's specifically speaking to me right now. I think the way they did the Charlie death was really good. I think that was really good. And I realized basically immediately who that was. Or Charlotte, you know, Charlotte, Charlie, what have you. I think the way they did that death was really good. I liked that. I, of course, liked the intro sequence where it did the like that. I think that is great. I love that they carried that over from the first movie. What else? What else did I like or dislike from the first part of the movie? Trying to think. As of right now, that's all I can think of. So now let's move on to the second part that got really, in my opinion, rushed and muddied. Okay, first off, the setup with the toy animatronics, and I mean, if y'all know me personally, you know I do not pull my punches, okay? That is stupid. Okay? The fact that wireless technology, first off, exists, alright, like that. No, it doesn't. I understand that the FNaF universe has technology that does not make sense. But the fact that that computer in a building that is decrepit and falling apart can control toy animatronics and the marionette, and can keep them in the building, but then also can control them when they're out of the building. No, it can't! No, it can't! No! No, it can't! Silly. No, I refuse to get on board with that. That was stupid. Okay? That may be a hot take. That was dumb. I don't know how to fix it, but it was dumb. Alright? That was the first thing I thought was stupid. What else? I can buy that. Oh, I forgot to set up for the 625. Curses. Oh well, whatever. Okay. What else was stupid? Honestly, I think that was my main gripe. I think that was where everything started to fall apart. When it was like, we're kept in this building by this password. What? And then it's like, when they leave the building, they lose power. The FNaF 1 animatronics, they were never meant to leave the building. They're dying. What do you mean? How does leaving the building change anything? Like I said, I loved the movie. I think it was way better. Hint of FNAF security breach? You mean like what? Like where they had to retcon stuff or what exactly? Security breach was a mess. Which, and we do know the reason why now. The reason is because Scott told Steel Wool how to do stuff without telling them the story. Okay, that doesn't work, and he knows that now. And I think the games have improved since then. Definitely. I think FNAF VR Help Wanted 2 is amazing. I think that was a great game. But the whole setup with the toy animatronics, that was dumb, okay? I don't care who you are. It may be a hot take. It may not be a hot take. I don't know. That was stupid, okay? And then it was like they can't move fast, but also suddenly mangles on the roof of the car? Where'd the mangle come from, brother? How'd it get there? That doesn't make any sense. They don't move very fast. And then, like, towards another thing I thought was, like, this was just, like, silly. And I think it could have been done so much better if they just had more time. I loved how they incorporated the FNAF 2 office into the movie. I think that was great. I think it was such a good idea. And I think it was executed okay. I really just think they needed more time. I mean, really. Because, like, when he went into the office and I saw, and he's like, no door? Why? I'm like, oh. And then he saw the mask and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then it was just weird, like, oh, this animatronic's in front of me, here's Foxy, oh, I gotta type real fast. Foxy's still there, I'm just gonna keep clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety, I'm typing, oh, I'm hacking into the mainframe. No. Brother Chica stood there, or maybe it was Bonnie. Whoever it was stood by his side for like 30 seconds. You're dead. You're not still alive. You should have put the mask on a long time ago. And I think it's just a thing where they ran out of time. Like, I did not feel tense in that situation. I just felt like, this is silly. And I really just think it's because they ran out of time. It was going so well, and then it seemed like everything just got so rushed and weird towards the end. I really think it could have been such a good setup, because it was like, granted, the thing where Toy Chica's like, a mainframe being attacked, let me activate the rebooted ones. I don't think Toy Chica's should, which I think, you know, the puppet was in it or whatever, I don't know, but that should not have been like a puppet decision to activate the Wizards. That should have been like a, in my opinion, like a natural building thing, where it was like, where maybe like, here's just something that literally just popped into my mind that just now that I think could have worked great. What if while he was fooling around in the settings of the computer, whoops, I accidentally bumped that button and now the Wizards are active. That makes infinitely more sense to me than the puppet being miles and miles away down the road. Uh-oh, somebody's hacking into my computer. Boom, activate the Wizards from miles and miles away. No, you didn't. Silly. And it may sound like I'm, like, super hating. I'm not. It's just, it didn't make sense in the end. Charlie being vengeful? I was fine with it. Given the context of the movie, that didn't bother me even at all. I was 100% fine with that. I think that the way they set it up for the movie, because, like, you have to, and when I say you, I don't mean you specifically. I use you as a general term. We have to keep in mind, it's a different canon. Or, it's a different, no, sorry. Same canon, different universe, I believe is what they are. If I remember correctly, it's the same canon, but a different universe. So, I am honestly 100% fine with the way they did the puppet, other than the fact that I don't understand how the possession worked. That was weird to me. Yeah. No, honestly, I think the first one they tried to step a little bit too far away, and it didn't work as well. I think they dialed that in with the second one. The second one seemed way better in my mind. Like, it was just, hey, I remember you, Moveft. How's it going? You were here earlier. Yes, sir. Alright, what else? Let's see. And honestly, like, my main gripe was just with the wireless system. let's talk about what else I liked. I liked the circus baby. I'll give you. Here's a game theory. Okay? Technically, wait, no. Here's a film theory. I wonder. Given that the puppet possessed Vanessa at the end, it made me doubt my own theory. But I wonder if Vanessa is Circus Baby. And you may be like, what the heck? Read the books, okay? In the books, also, again, spoilers. If you haven't read the Silver Closet trilogy, great trilogy. I love it. Gave me horrible nightmares. But in the Silver Eyes trilogy, the main, reveal is that Charlie, the whole time, has been a robot. And that the oldest adult version of Charlie is Circus Baby. So I am wondering if Vanessa is Circus Baby. And you may say, that doesn't make any sense. One's a human, one's a robot. Yes. But in the canon of the books, Circus Baby has the ability to turn into a human. This is real. This is in the books. You know those pins? Here, look. I'm gonna look up Circus Baby right now and show you guys this, because this is weird. Because this is in the games. So FNaF CIRCUSBABY. That has a T on the end of it. Babbit. Oh, we're getting some weird fan art. Let's go to Google. Oh, what is happening on my screen? Okay, we're gone. Oh, there's still some. Oh my gosh. I should have known better. Good thing Safe Search is on. Goodness. Okay. Alright. Do you see these blue pins sticking out of her body? When this was in the game, nobody ever questioned these blue pins, they just existed. In the canon of the books, these blue pins will retract into her arms and she turns into a human. Yeah. Real good common sense. Due to, I believe, the illusion discs. Yes. Due to the illusion discs, man, I'm digging out all my FNaF lore from when I was a young lad. So I'm wondering, given that the puppet possessed Vanessa, I feel like it's less of a chance, but I am curious as to if Vanessa is going to turn out to be Circus Baby. That would be cool, because I called it! I called it, guys! Also, gotta say, I'm infinitely glad that I didn't see a single thing from the movie until I watched the movie. It's so great to watch it completely blind. Ah, felt so good. I was really pleased with the ending scene where they went in to get Springtrap, because I'm quite good with just audio stuff in my head. I don't know why I am, but so literally I turned to Tristan and I was like, "We found one, a real one." And then he goes, "Look, it's a real one." And I'm like, "Oh, he said the thing." I'm generally a pretty socially acclimated person. You get me in FNaF zone, oh, it all goes out the window, brother. I mean, I'm literally wearing the Game Theory jacket, the Game Theory shirt, the Game Theory pants. So, yeah. No, total, nerd in the theater. But, let's see. What else stood out to me from the movie? I'm super excited for the third one. I think the third one... So here's what's gonna happen. Either we're gonna follow the trend of most movies, where it starts going downhill. I'm shocked the second one didn't. I'm so pleased. The second one, in my mind, seemed so much better. And I was so pleased, because I was going into it being like, this isn't gonna be as good. And I was like, the first one was only great, not amazing. It was just great. I think this one was amazing. I think the ending, crap. Not the ending of the movie, just the, last third of the movie. I think it was crap. Okay? I just think it was. First 2/3 of the movie, I think, was amazing. I would give the first 2/3 of the movie a 10 out of 10, and the last, I think it's thirds anyway. I'd have to look at timestamps to actually divide it up. But I would give the last part of the movie, a it'd be tough. It was just so rushed. Yeah. Right. And I think that they will. I think that Scott is a... Ooh, wait. No, it's a dime. Wait. No, we do have the chance to fix it. I just need to make sure it is on either 25 or 75 when I upgrade... Wait. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, I literally just did that perfectly by accident. Thank the Lord. I fixed it. Amazing. Okay. Anyway. Scott's a really smart man. I respect him a lot. For his craft and how he's generally handled things. And I think he will. And I think, from what I've heard, him and Jason Blum have a very good working relationship. What works, works, man. I'm super hyped. I think the third one has the potential to be not as good, but better than the first. I don't think, well, that is what I am talking about, Gooby. I would highly recommend you probably go back to the beginning, because I've said a lot of things, and I couldn't recap them all. Even though we're only... Oh, well, we're 26 minutes in. Okay, I've said 26 minutes worth of things. I did not realize I've been live for 26 minutes, dang. What else stuck out to me from the movie? I think those were, like, the main things that I can think of. I did predict when Balloon Boy was going to show up. I was proud of that. I predicted that Henry was going to show up. I was really proud of that one. I did not see that coming. And then, I don't remember when I predicted that he was going to go see Henry. I don't remember what happened, but I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to see Henry. And then, like, within the next little bit happened. I was like, I told you! I told you! I was very pleased with that. The one thing I know one thing I predicted incorrectly was that, yeah. People hate Balloon Boy. I think he's goofy, but I've never hated him. I thought it was funny, though. I thought at the call at the end of the movie that Henry was going to... how could I say this in a PG way? I thought that he was going to take care of himself. I didn't think that somebody else was going to. I'm assuming it was probably the puppet. Again, major spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen the movie. But... So I predicted that wrong, because in the book canon and in the game canon, Henry does away with his own self. So I assumed it was going to follow suit. It did not, and that's okay. I just predicted incorrectly. It doesn't bother me. Let's see. I thought the way that they transitioned from Charlotte dying into possessing the puppet was really, really good. Yeah, I thought we're like... So, I didn't realize what was happening. When she dropped down, I was like, oh, that's weird. And then, like, the puppet started rising up, and I was like, dang, that's really good. I was really impressed with the way they did that. What else was I really impressed with? Let's see. I'll say something else that was silly. You know what was silly? That an 11-year-old is riding her bike who knows how many miles to these restaurants. What? No, she's not. She's 11. I work in an elementary school. I know what 11-year-olds are capable of. Not that. For real, yeah. Anyway. That wasn't a major gripe. I just thought that was silly. That didn't bother me as much. I just was like, this doesn't make sense, but okay. I thought the Corey X Kenshin cameo was pretty funny. Like I expected it to happen, but I still think it landed well. What else? I thought it was weird how Mike kind of shoved off Vanessa at the end. Like, he was like, I can't trust you anymore. And it's like, you were also lying to your little sister at the beginning of the movie. How can she trust you anymore? What? You reap what you sow, brother. So I thought that was a little silly. Like, I understand that I guess it had to happen. I don't know why it had to happen yet, because I don't know what path they're gonna take with Vanessa being possessed now. But I thought it was interesting, where I was like, that doesn't really make sense. Also, what happened to Michael? He got knocked out, and then it's just like, where'd he go? I'm assuming we just left him in the grass, and then he did, oh, I'm awake now, here I go, bumpity-dumpty-dumpty-dum. Off I run. That was strange. Just forget about Michael. Knock him out, but then just leave him there. Okay, whatever. Not that big a deal. So that was funny. Even though it didn't make sense to me how the FNaF 1 animatronics, like, first off, disappeared. Okay, that didn't make sense. They're big animatronics. But whatever. That was, again, that's not a big gripe. It was just something I found strange. I thought it was weird that they broke down once they exited the restaurant, which I already said that. But with that being said, I do like the way that it worked into them being like, we're not going to be able to hold Springtrap back. I liked that, I just didn't like the lead up to it. If that makes sense. Is there anything else I want to point out? Anything you guys would like to add that you'd like specifically be like, what is your take on this moment? How do you feel about this moment? I felt this way about this moment. Y'all tell me what y'all that have seen the movie. I want to hear some of y'all's thoughts. I don't want this to be completely one-sided. Let's do chance that one. So do that one and be Tails last. Markiplier cameo? I was surprised. Also, I thought, like, see, I didn't know Matt Pat was the voice of Toy Bonnie until the credits. So the whole time, I was like, where's Matt Pat? And then it was like, voice of Toy Bonnie, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize. Which is saying something, because I'm usually pretty spot on for recognizing voices. I also thought, like, the toy, like, I know they were led by the puppet, so I guess I should say the puppet taking the toy animatronics to get revenge on the parents was weird. The fact that the puppet was revengeful, that made sense to me. But the fact that it was, like, seeking out specific parents didn't really make sense to me. Especially because it was, like, Vanessa was a child when this happened. She is an adult now. One of the parents it was seeking out had a little girl that was, like, Abby's age. So that couldn't have been the same parent. I mean, I guess maybe it could have, but that doesn't make sense. So that one didn't exactly make sense to me. Like, when it went after the old people, I was like, okay, these could be parents from, you know, the original situation, but what about that other woman? Like, what happened there? I don't know. That was strange. But yeah, what are y'all's thoughts on it? Zane, Gardens, anybody else? Anybody else got any hot takes, cold takes, any takes at all? I think that was all I can think of that I wanted to say about it. Definitely a really good movie. I liked it a lot. Oh. There's something I was gonna say. What was it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the end was just... Yeah. It didn't really make sense. And then also, like... Which, I don't think this was bad movie making. I just think it was Mike. Not Michael, but Mike being stupid. He had the music box on. The puppet left Abby. And then it's like, flip, music box off. Brother, leave it running. I don't want that thing coming back. Like I said, that's not me hating on the movie. That's me being like, Mike, what you doing, brother? Yeah, and I don't think there's even a 1% chance of this happening. I would love to see the last like third of the movie redone. Like, I don't know if you'd do like, if you'd call it like an extended cut, like a director's cut. I don't know what you'd call it. I would love for it to be done. Love. I think that would be great. I think if they did that, oh, it'd be amazing. And it already was amazing. Like I said, I think they learned so much from the first movie. But yeah, it definitely just felt so rushed towards the end. But yeah, generally, I enjoyed it. Trying to get to an even 100, which I don't think is going to happen, so that I can buy that. Or I guess it wouldn't have to be an even 100, it would just have to be an even dollar amount, right? Because that'll take it from a 25 to a dollar. Really, I'd like it to be an even 100. I just don't think that's going to happen. We'll just shoot. I think if I get it to an even dollar amount, it'll be fine. Yes. Yes. I unfortunately think Henry is dead. Unfortunately, I think Henry is dead. But dang, would that go so tough. The Henry speech is hands down my favorite like speech I've ever heard. That beats out like MLK. Probably get strung up in public for saying that, but dude, I get chills listening to that speech every time. You have faith? I'm glad you do. I don't. I think Henry. I guess Vanessa got him as the puppet. I'm assuming is what happened there. I don't know who else would have got him. I'm so curious to see how they incorporate Fazbear Frights into the movie. I thought the way that they incorporated Abby going to the new building, it was decent. I don't know if I'd consider it good. It was decent. I but the fact that she rode there on her bike in the middle of the night and then also got back and like, no, she didn't. She's a child. She needs like 9 hours of sleep. She didn't do all that. Again, that's a personal gripe. Not necessarily a gripe with the movie making. That's just a personal gripe. But that one didn't bother me that much. I don't know how they would have. I guess the only way they could have done it, Michael Afton's POV. That seems like a really weird shift. I mean, I guess technically they could, but well, also though, I don't think they. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do the next movie because as the. I mean, granted, we're not exactly following the way that the games get followed anyway, but like in the like probably like that. Um in the game, right? You're playing as the person against Springtrap. So what is Michael gonna be doing? Is he like trying to bust Springtrap out? I don't know. I also don't know. I don't think they're gonna make a movie for every game. If I had to guess, I'm trying to think. Has Willard, as Matthew Willard, has Matthew Lillard confirmed that he was signed for 3 more movies, or was it 3 total? Let me look it up. I know he confirmed that he was signed. Let's see. A 3-picture deal. But was that before? Okay, that was. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, I know something else I have a gripe with, but I'll get to it in a moment. Um, it's a minor gripe, not a big one. So, if I had to guess, which granted they are making like a well, I don't know the numbers for this one, but I know off the first one they made a crap ton of money. I would see, I would probably assume they would stop at the yeah, but how do you make a whole movie of that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, so with the movies, I I guess they might go into sister location because they did technically show baby. I don't know though. Right? Yeah, yeah. I want to also do a deep dive into both movies. I want to watch theories on them and everything. It would seem weird for them to tease baby and then not go into sister location. But like, what do you just keep making a movie for every game? You're gonna as good as much as I think Scott does great work. You're gonna just get to a point of just crap at some point. Like you do, I just don't think you could keep making movies that good. I don't think it's ever been done. It's gonna turn into another Fast and Furious. You know what I'm saying? If it were me, I don't know. What do you see? I feel like you would stop after the third, because like, in what world are we incorporating the fourth game into a movie? Is Abby gonna be the one experiencing the nightmare animatronics? Or like, are they gonna find some other kid being experiment? Ah, well, okay. Well, I guess that works. I didn't think about that. I guess it could go to like a prequel, because I guess that is what the game is, isn't it? It's a prequel, not a. So then I guess maybe like either Vanessa as a kid or yeah, I guess it'd probably be Vanessa, right? Because it was the. I know we know the crying child's name now, but I don't remember what it is. I don't. Is it like? It's not Alan. What is it? Oh, I'm not up to date on my FNaF lore. I don't remember what crying child's name is. I know we finally figured it out, but I don't remember what it is. Um. Anyway, I guess it, or it could go into like Michael's childhood. I don't know. Evan, is that it? I feel like it wasn't Evan though. I think isn't that what it was theorized to be, and then it wasn't? But I could be wrong. I don't know. I know it was semi recently that they found out. Like I would say within the past 5 months, I think that they finally like locked it in. This is what it is, but I could be wrong. I have to research. Okay. Well, see, I know that not an insane amount of time ago that we like it got locked in as something, unless I'm totally wrong. I'll go back and double check. I think I could find the video that I saw. I know it was a game theory video. The only people I trust with FNAF lore is game theory, and I know Tom took it over now and not Matt Pat. I don't agree with everything he says either. Now, actually, that's not true. I think John FNAF has some good theories. I agree with less of his than I do with Tom's. I think John has some great ideas from time to time. I will say one good thing about John FNAF is that he is willing to go out there, and that's good. Anyway, I guess we could do a fourth movie, and then like the fifth one, that'd be wild. I will say, as far as I can remember, unless I had another favorite afterwards, I don't think I ever did. I'm thinking right now. I'm pretty sure my all-time favorite animatronic is Funtime Freddy. I'm trying to think of like later games. Did I ever have a more favorite? Glitch Trap was really good. I was a huge fan of Glitch Trap, but I don't think he tops Funtime Freddy for me. I think Funtime Freddy is probably still my favorite. I don't know. I don't know how many movies they'll make. I don't know. Put a prediction in the Twitch chat. Leave it up for years. You'll get your payout in approximately 10 years. So what, it's been a little over 2 years since the first one came out. Gonna throw out a hot take. I hope they take longer on this one and don't rush it towards the end. So what would that be? 2020... Either late 2028... No. Yeah. Either late 2028 or early 2029, which is insanity, and I don't even know if the world's going to be around at that point. But if it is... Now, Sister Location is not my favorite game. It's just Funtime Freddy is my favorite animatronic. My favorite game is the first Help Wanted game. And then after that... trying to think. I know there's one in the middle for me between Help Wanted 1 and Help Wanted 2, but what is it? Maybe there's not. As soon as I get an ending, we'll pull up a FNaF character tier list. How about that? I feel like that'd be kind of fun to do. Mainly, this is just a talking stream. I guess I could have put this in just chatting instead of... Right, exactly. I would infinitely rather it take like 5 years for the next movie to come out and me just be satisfied than for it to be another consistent like 2 years and 2 months and the ending be rushed again. Which, I don't know, I've also not seen anybody's opinions on it yet. So I'm interested to... Like, man, the past 2 days, I've been having to be so careful on my YouTube homepage because I didn't even want to see any thumbnails or anything from the movie. Oh, by the way, Sparto Lord wanted to know how much... Because our movie theater did not have the Toy Freddy popcorn bucket. He wanted me to ask you how much the Toy Freddy popcorn bucket cost you. Because on eBay, they're selling them for $140, and I'm pretty sure it didn't cost you that much. Strange itch on my back. Yeah, but after I get an ending, or if I just get bored, I don't know, we might just move on to a tier list, honestly. I'm on a good roll here. Give me... Aw. If we get up to... I don't know. Actually, y'all tell me in chat, would you rather me move on to the tier list now and just give up the game? Because this is kind of more of like a FNaF-centered stream. You know what, I'm just gonna do it. Exit. See ya. FNaF game tier list. Tier maker 2025. Does this have every game? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Halloween edition. FNaF World. FNaF World Halloween edition. Sister Location. I don't even know what that is. Pizzeria Simulator, Ultimate Custom Night, AR, Radiant Space VR, Dreadbear, Fury's Rage, Security Breach, Ruin. I don't even know what that is. Hope 1 and 2. Oh, Into the Pit. That's my second favorite game. Knew there was one in there. Okay, I think this is all the game. It was modified. I think that's all the game. Okay, and then FNaF CHAR character tier list. When was this edited? Every single FNaF character. Yeah, Into the Pit is such a good game. I cannot wait for... Is Fetch the next one they're doing? Which I haven't heard any news about that for ages and ages. I'm super hyped for when that one comes out. This was last edited October of this year. There's 740. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Okay, we're gonna do the games first. Can I put this in full screen? Yeah, I can. Okay, let me actually locate my headphones. And I can hear stuff. Let's turn the volume up. I'm going to pull up some FNaF music. Actually, I wonder if on YouTube there's like a best FNaF game music playlist. Best FNaF game music playlist. 2018. No, not 2018. The absolute best FNaF OST tracks. That video... Oh, that's... Okay, playlist. There we go. You're on your PC? Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, sure, we'll try this. Why not? Oh, hey, look. It's Henry's speech. You monsters trapped in the corridors. Give up your spirits. Or something like that. Although for one of you, I'm not gonna say the next line, has opened up to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend. Anyway, I almost forgot to turn on display capture. Boom. 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 There we go. Okay. Turn that down to about right there. This is background noise, not main noise. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Wait. Boom. There we go. Okay. So, how am I going to rate these games? Also, this music is too loud. Background music. There we go. It's also distracting me, so I might mute it myself and just let y'all hear it. Mixed. Mixed for me. Yeah, mixed. So the first games are confusing because now they're not even canon. Or they're canon, but they're not in universe. Or they are in universe, and they are canon, but they're not reality because they were made by a rogue game developer that actually wasn't rogue and was paid by the company to make light of it on purpose. So the events were influenced but not true. I think I got all that right. Golly, the lore is so bad. Okay. Really? You don't like Secret of the Mimic? Why? I mean, I don't think it was amazing, but I think it was good. That's an interesting take. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. FNaF 1. I am saying because of what it is and what it started, we're going to go... I'm also going to rename these. You got A, B, C, D, and F. No E exists for me. FNaF 2. I'm going to give it C tier. I'm actually going to move FNaF 1 to B, FNaF 3 to A, FNaF 4 to be also above the first one. This is gonna make so many people mad. I could not care less about FNaF 4 Halloween Edition, so I'm gonna add a new list. How do I add a new one? Ooh, I like this. How do I add a new... I don't. D. Wait, how did we move these? F. Or don't care. Because I can't add another one. Don't care. FNaF World. A tier, but below FNaF 3. FNaF World Halloween Edition. Don't care. FNaF Sister Location. High B, but not A, I don't think. Let me think. Actually, no. Low A. I don't even know what this is. Oh, Custom Night, Sister Location. Don't care. Pizzeria Simulator. Above FNaF World. I really love FNaF 3. Despite the fact that the jump scares are crap, I love FNaF 3. Ultimate Custom Night. Above FNaF 2, high C. FNaF AR, low B. Freddy in Space 2, low B. Help Wanted VR, middle A. Kinda need an S tier, but oh well. Dreadbear, low C. Actually, I'm putting it in D. I know it was good for lore, but I didn't like it that much. And I tell you what, the reason I'm ranking it so harshly, because every time I load up FNaF VR now, you would switch 3 and UCN. Interesting. Every time I load up Help Wanted VR, it's like, click that button for DLC content. I'm like, I don't care. Quit telling me. Fury's Rage. Never played it. Security Bridge. It's not an F, but it is low D. Ruin. I'll put that in middle C. What even is this? I don't know what this is. Don't care. Help Wanted 2. High B. Maybe even low A. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm actually gonna sort this. Okay, we need an S tier. Please. Oh, hey. Add a row. There we go. S. Okay. This is better than 3. This is better than 3. That's not that. Okay, I'm satisfied with this. Mimic, low B. 5 laps at Freddy's, don't care. Laps. This is correct. Those switch. I'm definitely getting copyright claimed for this, but it's okay. Y'all can't see my hands, but I'm jamming them too. I like this. I'm gonna switch those two. This is correct. I'm moving you up to above AR. Yes, that is correct. This is also correct, and this is also... Well, nah. I'm moving... Even though Security Breach was a hot mess, I'll move it to low C. Maybe even... Is it better than Ultimate Custom Night in my mind? Yes. Low B. Ruin, I just don't care. I never played it, don't care. I know they fixed a lot of stuff, but I just don't care about Ruin. I even know that it was good for the lore. I just, personally, I don't care. Sister Location title screen. Bow, bow, bow. I couldn't even tell you the last time I heard this song. Okay. Anybody want a screen cap? I can zoom in, I think. How do I zoom in? There you go. The Dead Cactus. FNaF games. Okay. There's that. We want to zoom back out for this. because there are a ton of characters here. Alrighty. My goodness. There's no way that the Czech is a character. This is ridiculous. Who is that? Shadow Freddy? Shadow Freddy real? Is that a real character? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Freddy? I like Freddy a lot. S. Bonnie. B. Chica. B. I might actually move them down to C. Well, Bonnie has the ability to, like, bypass the space-time continuum or whatever. I don't know. I'm putting them in C for now. Foxy. High B. Golden Freddy. I'm actually going to swap Golden Freddy and normal Freddy. I like that. Phone Guy. He is a either high B or low A. I'm putting him high B for now. Indo. I'm putting him in who because I just don't care. Cupcake. Don't care. I'm going to change this to don't care. Don't care. They just don't have a rating. I don't like them or dislike them. I love this song. Don't care. Toy Freddy. I love Toy Freddy. He goes above main Freddy. Love Toy. I just love the toy animatronics. I'm also gonna swap these two. I hope the music is a good volume for you guys. For me, it's perfect because it's just barely in the background. Toy Chica, also above Toy Freddy. But this is still inaccurate. Or it still is accurate. Mangle, low C. Is that repaired Mangle? I don't care. You're not in the games. Puppet. High B. Balloon Boy. Honestly, Balloon Boy does not bother me that much. Low C. I believe this is DD. Don't care about DD. That's Indo somebody. Don't care. Withered Freddy. Honestly, nah, he's not an S. He's not an S. He's really not. High A, though. Withered Bonnie. Let's see. Okay, let's look here. Withered Bonnie. Who on this list do I like less? Yep, there we go. Withered Chica. She's funny, but personally, she's gonna go high C. Yeah, there we go. Withered Foxy. Also gonna beat out normal Freddy. Freddy's actually gonna move to B, considering how I'm considering him in my mind. Second Golden Freddy. Not as good as the first one. Low C. Shadow Freddy. He's intriguing. He goes above normal Freddy. Reskovskov, or however you say his name. He's gonna go low C. Don't care. Cupcake. Yeah. Anybody that I feel doesn't actually matter, I'm putting down here. I feel like he matters. And I feel like he matters. Let me think. You deserve a little bit higher than that. Hot take, you guys are going down here. I'm realizing that I don't actually like main Freddy that much. I mean, he started it, but like... Freddy, or normal Freddy is gonna actually move really far down on the list, I'm noticing. That's funny. Bro was taken from the top to the bottom. That is tough. Paper Pals. Low B. First Springtrap. High A. I just have a personal affinity towards the third game. Because I beat it. It is the... Fun fact about me. Only game I've ever completely beat entirely. FNaF 3. Watermelon Freddy, otherwise known as Phantom Freddy. He is going to get high B. I like him more than this guy. Watermelon Chica is going to get low D. Watermelon Foxy is going to get low C, but above... Actually... Yeah, right above... Can you move, please? There we go. Mangle, low D. Balloon Boy, F. I hate Watermelon Balloon Boy. Puppet goes there, and that is accurate. The, Nightmare, not Nightmare, what's it called? Phantom Puppet. One of my favorites, actually. I don't know who this is. Who is this guy? Because we already have Phantom Freddy, no? Do we not? Is that Phantom Freddy? I swear we put Phantom Freddy up here already. Yeah, there he is. Who is this guy? I don't know who he is. He's going down here. I'm assuming this is the FNaF 3 phone guy. I'm assuming. Can someone confirm this is FNaF 3 phone guy? He's going above FNaF 1 phone guy. Also, did we not get a FNaF 2 phone guy? Where'd he go? Non-existent, I guess. Same character, technically. Don't know who this is. Don't care who this is. Don't know who this is. Don't care who this is. Don't know who either of these people are. And now we're on to FNaF 4. Nightmare Freddy. Probably right there, I think. He's not as cool as Mangle to me. Or is he? He's chill, I guess. Do I want to move him higher than that? Yeah, actually. I think he suits better there. Brettles. They're not F, but they are D. No, actually, I like them better. Probably right there. Nightmare Bonnie, I actually like a fair amount. Not a ton. He's probably gonna go right there. That is actually literally exactly where I want him. That is funny that these exact three, I am positive I like FNaF 3 phone guy better than him and him better than I don't know why, but in my mind this just makes sense. Okay, perfect. Nightmare Chica, not a fan. Where though? I don't dislike her as much as Balloon Boy. I think right there is pretty good. Nightmare Foxy, I like quite a bit. I might move him down. Where would he go? Right there. Yeah. He's gonna take the place. I think. No, he's gonna go... right. I like the FNaF 4 characters. Yeah, I like him better than Bonnie, but do I like him better than FNaF 3 phone guy? I'm not sure. He'll sit there for now. Plush Trap. This is a security breach song. I'm not sure from where, though. Where's Plush Trap go? Somewhere in abouts here. Right there, actually. Oh, is this Music Man? Gotcha. Yeah, I think you're correct now that you've said that. Okay, this guy. So, I like their designs, but I've never played with them. I've not played a lot of FNaF 4 because I'm terrible at it. Now, I like Music Man's chase music, I remember that. Which might just be, like, later in this track, I don't know. Music Man! See, I also don't know these two characters apart. I don't know which one is Nightmare Fredbear and which one is Nightmare. It might be he's Nightmare and he's Nightmare Fredbear. Hot take, they're going in Don't Care, because I've literally never interacted with them, other than in a fan game. Nightmare Cupcake. Nightmare Fredbear. Okay, so I was correct. Nightmare Cupcake? F. I don't know why. I just don't actually know. Low D. This is a Halloween update character, I'm assuming. Don't care. And don't care. Because we're not to Custom Night. Custom Night is here. Though they might count for Custom Night because I'm not seeing them. But I've also not played a lot of Custom Night. A lot of Custom Night characters are going to go in the Don't Care list. Don't even know what that is. Okay, you go above Normal Puppet. You also go above Shadow Freddy, but you don't go above Phantom Freddy. You're a Nightmare character. Don't care. You're a Nightmare character. Don't care. I don't care about any of the kids. Any of the bullies, I guess they are. Okay, Baby. There we go. There's the chase music. Or part of it. Maybe it's not, actually. Because the chase music has, like, the siren in the background of it, I remember. I'm not placing her here, I'm just thinking. Circus Baby. I do not like her better than Nightmare On. I do like her better than Paper Pals. I do like her better. I think right there, actually, is where she's gonna go. Well, Laura, I do like slightly better. Laura might be A tier in my mind. But low A. Also, these two need to be switched. He might be moving... No, well, yeah. He goes up higher. There it is. Fun fact, Music Man Chase theme, they add the sister location. That is funny. Yeah, I like this part. Who was I just moving around? This guy. Okay. This is accurate. You, sir, are an S tier. You're gonna move down somewhere at some point, but not yet. One Time Foxy, not as good as Ballora. Still a really good character. What is this one? Oh, the trailer theme. I'm skipping that, I don't care. Innard. I like Innard, but not a ton. Where did my music go? I'm not putting him there. I'm trying to figure out where my music went. This is a FNaF movie soundtrack. We're skipping that, because it's probably going to get me claimed. Innard. Don't like as much as Circus Baby. He's chill, I just don't like him that much. I do like him better than Plush Trap. Not better than Nightmare Foxy. Nightmare Foxy might move up a little bit, actually. Or Phantom Foxy, I mean, sorry, Phantom Foxy. Phantom Foxy is going to move to here. Paper Pals are going to move to here. And Innard's going to shoot above them. Yeah. Bitty Babs. Don't like them. But I don't hate them. Same thing with these. I just like these greater. Yendo. Yendo is a low S tier character. Yendo's great. Yendo's one of my favorites. Lolbit. Another great one. Not amazing, though. Probably low A or high B. Yeah, low A for a little bit. Another Biddy Bab. Just put it with the other one, I don't care. Bon Bon is gonna go... Bon Bon's not A tier. Bon Bon is C tier right above. Hey, this song's a little obnoxious. We're going on. Oh. This is my favorite song out of the entire FNaF franchise. I wonder if I can find a video of me playing this song. I'm gonna check my Google Photos and see if I can. Love that song so much. No. Put me back on the piano. Goodness. This. It's loading. No, that's me playing L's theme. Try again. That's the same thing. Same thing. Sure, I'll find it eventually. It might just take me a moment. A lot of videos of me playing songs. Not the song I want, though. Well, it might take me a while to find that. I might just have to record a video of me playing it. Funny. I'm finding a lot of songs that I forgot that I knew how to play on the piano, which I'm sure I don't now. Anyway, who were we rating? I was moving somebody around, I think. I don't know who it was. Probably wasn't that important. Anybody know who I was moving around? I was taking somebody and moving them, I think. Also, what is this from? Oh, I just full screened OBS instead of Chrome. Huh. Oh, it's an unused song in Security Breach. Okay, interesting. Cool. I don't know who I was moving around. Couldn't be that important. Oh, it would have been Bon Bon. Not higher. Yes, right there. Perfect. Do not care about you. I know you're in Custom Night, but I don't care. Ah! Above Yendo, below Funtime Freddy. Fun fact, Andy Field, probably my favorite voice actor. I don't know. I'm assuming you're a pizzeria simulator. Don't care about you. Scrap Baby. Hey, come here, you. Scrap Baby, where do you go? Scrap Baby, I do not care about you that much. That's probably actually where you go. Low C, right there. No, you go above Balloon Boy, though. Yeah, there we go. Scrap Trap. Scrap Trap is not as good as Spring Trap. But is better than Bon Bon. Is better than Mangle. Is better than you. Better than Plush Trap. Better than Ennard. But not B tier. Oh, yeah, sure, he can go low B. I'm fine with that. Molten Freddy. Another one of my favorite Freddys. Let's start moving him down the line. I do like him better than the toys. Not better than the... maybe better than the Withers. Yeah, better than the Withers, but not better there. So, high A. Lefty. I like Lefty, but not a ton. I do like him better than Shadow Freddy, not better than Nightmarion. Helpy. Everybody ready to hate me? Good. Rockstar Freddy. Please deposit 5 coins. Thank you for deposit. Please deposit 5 coins. Right there. It's interesting how I'm grouping some of the Freddys together. That's pretty funny to me. That is accurate. My music. Rockstar Bonnie. That is really loud. I'm gonna turn that down. Both for... Rockstar Bonnie, that might actually be where I stick him. He's not... Yeah, I don't like him more than Helpy. Helpy can maybe... Yeah, Helpy can move up a little bit. Helpy can go there. Rockstar Chica. Just low D. I just don't care. Rockstar Foxy. Better than Helpy, definitely. Better than these guys. Balloon Boy might get kicked down a little bit further, honestly. Yeah, because I dislike him more than I dislike Helpy. He can go down here with these guys. I dislike them more than Balloon Boy. I like you better than this than you guys. I like you better than Bon Bon. You are actually right around Scrap Trap. I would agree with that. Slightly better, yes. Yes. Do I like you? I like you better than... No, I think you and Scrap... Well, I meant Plush Trap when I said that, but yes. Anyway. His bird. Brother, that is the same character. You go and don't care. Happy Frog. Happy Frog. Right there. Mr. Hippo. Low S tier character. Better than Yendo. Yeah, better than Yendo. You're not really an F. I just don't care about you, to be honest. Orville Elephant. You definitely go above the Rockstars. You go above Balloon Boy. Go above Helpy. I'm also kicking FNaF 2 Golden Freddy down. He started out high. He's going lower. Bon Bon is also not in the right place. I'm going to say it. Bon Bon, you're going down here. Yep, that's correct. I'm also going to move you around since I'm working on you. You can go... there. Actually, your positioning was pretty accurate now that I'm thinking about it. Normal Golden Freddy, you can go... above him. Orville Elephant. Mangle, you also need to go. I'm just going to keep lowering people. I'm going to kind of leave this. I feel like I'm just... the longer I go, the more empty C is getting. And I don't know what else I'd put in C. I'm fine with that. Is that Ned Bear? What is Ned Bear doing here? Ned Bear is a low D tier. Just because, nah, he goes higher than that. He goes higher than that. Where's Ned Bear go? Ned Bear is right around this area where, like, you're not necessarily a bad character, you're just kind of interesting. Nah, you're above. There we go. L Chip. I like L Chip. He goes above, Yep, that's exactly where L Chip goes. The security bot. What started out, the, like, early... Basically the puppet before the puppet. Where do we want you? Security bot's pretty cool. Had a pretty cool mini game. And that is where you go. Music Man. Not the huge version, but the small version. Because this is not Big Music Man, you're going low D. Funtime Chica. Low D. Not F, I just don't like you. I don't care about you. Don't care about you. Don't care about you. Candy all day, every day. Candy, candy, candy. Yep, that is accurate. That is exactly where you go. Is that Henry's speech? I do believe that is Henry's speech. I do not care about trash in the gang. Not at all. New pen paper pals. Also, I don't know why in the world the paper pals I put up here. They can go into don't care. I have no clue why I put them up there. Who are you? Are you like original Fredbear? What are you from? I guess you're probably from Custom Night if you use the Death Coin on Golden Freddy on level 1. That's an insane callback. This is stupid. I should not have this much lore. Yeah, Fredbear. Fredbear, you go above those two. You three all are getting grouped together. Spring Bonnie. Now, I don't think we ever actually see you anywhere, so I don't know why you're here. I don't think you're in anything. Do we see you at all, ever? It's a weird place for you to be. These guys. Oh, VR characters, I guess. Right? Okay. I don't know who... I mean, I just don't know what you're from. So for that reason, I'm putting you in don't care, because I don't know where you'd be from. Old Man Consequences. Fan animations. 2D and FNaF 4. Right, okay. Weird placement in the, like, list, though, because it's supposed to be in order. You are better than Lolbit. You're better than the toys. You go right below Candy Cadet. Is that JJ, I'm assuming? I don't care about JJ, or whoever this is. I don't care about the comic characters. They're not even in the game. They're just in the story. So I don't care about them. Simple as that. I take that back. You're going up here. Because you're hilarious. But you're not as good as Lolbit. And you're not as good as these guys. That's where you go. You go right above him. Oh, that thing is stupid. That actually is going to go in F. That thing is so weird. Freddy, you can go up here with... Oh, yeah. Freddy can go up here, but not as good. Because that storyline is just funny. I just hate that thing. Good old Glitch Trap. Where did Glitch Trap go? He disappeared from my grasps. Glitch Trap? There you are. How'd you get over there? Better than Yendo, better than Mr. Hippo. Yeah, I think that's where you go. I don't know what cassettes this are. I'm assuming cassette girl. Don't care. I like Glitch Trap. These things are going straight to F. Also, straight to F. I think you guys are from the repair minigames, which were actually insanely fun. No, that might be the... what are you from, then? I don't know. I would assume FNaF VR, right? Maybe... I don't know. I'm gonna say these aren't really characters. I think some of these might be AR characters as well. I'm just gonna say they don't really count. For me, at least. Also, you're going in F. I don't like you. You, on the other hand, I know who you are. You're going low A. You're going lower than that. You're going low B. Who even is that? I don't know who that is. Or that. Rockstar Freddy. Probably high A if I had to guess. Mid A maybe. Low A. Low A. Yep. Low A. Or mid A. Monty Gator. Who did? Glitch Trap? Oh. Oh. I get it now. Really? You don't like Monty? Interesting. Interesting choice. I like Monty. He's a bit of a rager, though. So he doesn't get put as high. Probably... See, contrary to me not liking Security Breach, I love the Security Breach characters a lot. I think it had such good potential, and... Forgot to mention this to you guys. I'm gonna play Lord Willing. Since it's one of the FNaF games I own. I don't own all of them. I actually barely own any of them. Fun fact. I own most of them on mobile, because I didn't used to have a computer, and that's what I used to have to play them on. I want to play that new Security Breach mod that came out that adds in a ton of unadded content. That would be really cool. Probably... I don't know why, but it seems like Wednesday for me would be when I would want to do that. Yeah, and I've stayed blind to it, too. I literally started to watch a YouTube video today, and then I like, in the first 30 seconds, I was like, peak. I'm staying blind. So I'm not 100% blind, I'm like 98% blind to it. I know it adds tons and tons and tons of cut content. The Security Breach. Monty, I believe, is gonna go lower than this. Probably there. As for Chica, okay, you need to go a little bit lower. You and Foxy need to switch, I think. And you... That is still accurate, I think. Okay. Roxanne Wolf. I actually like Roxanne. She may have ego issues, but I do like her. Like I said, I really just like the Security Breach characters. Better than Lolbit, better than Toy Freddy. Not better than you. Who's that? Funtime Foxy? Yeah. You two are gonna switch. You two are gonna switch. I like this. This is good. Toy Freddy is gonna go there, though, I think. And my playlist seems to have ended. Can I just restart it? I don't feel like finding another playlist. Can I, hold on. One moment. Let me just hide my screen. I guess I'm finding another playlist. Oh, golly. It's gonna do the entire... Okay. Try this again. 188 videos. Relaxing FNaF jams to fill your big, dumb, empty head while you study/sleep. Okay. Cool. 2 hours. What do we have in here? Sure. I think we're gonna get some repeats, but that's fine. I think this is accurate. Just for the sake of mixing you with you guys, I think you're gonna suit better down here. Not that I'm necessarily knocking you down, I just feel like the way I'm considering these guys in my mind, you need to go down here. Yep, that's true. Vanny. Alright. I say it like it is. I'm just gonna set you there so I can re-grab you. They jacked my girl up. She was meant to be better. High F. I like her. They did her dirty. Sun. Low S. Better than Yendo. Better than Mr. Hippo. Not better than Glitchtrap. Moon. I consider them generally the same character, so I'm just going to put him slightly lower than Sun. Big Music Man. Yes. Alright, see ya. Scary Music Man. F. What is that? A staff bot? I don't care. Gregory, I don't consider him a FNaF character. Get out of here. You're a playable character. Normal Vanessa, you're going F with Vanny. Because they jacked you up. Cursed, Ruin, Prototype, Freddy Fazbear, Glamrock something. Don't care. Didn't play the game. Burn Trap. Again, they messed my boy up. Not their fault, but they did. More kind of Scott's fault, not that I'm blaming him. Spaghetti Freddy. Right beside Nightmare On, actually. Ah, he ended up in this pile. Glorious. Alternate universe Mr. Hippo. You're not real. Matt Matt. Matt Matt is a low C. A low C is Matt Matt. I don't even know what you are. I don't consider you guys game characters exactly. I know, like, you're kind of in the same genre as Consequences Man. Oh, I can't skip to the next song because it's all one song. Okay, cool. But I just don't really consider you guys game characters. You, don't care, didn't play the game. Even though I didn't play the game, you're generally kind of cool. Mixes goes below Matt Matt. I think. I might move these guys up to low C. Nah. Mixes goes below them, but above Helpy. Even more wrecked Monty. I don't know. I don't care about you guys. Which one of these is Eclipse? I think this is Eclipse. Eclipse goes up here. I do believe that is Eclipse. You guys, I just don't care about. I'm moving faster as well, because I would like to go to bed soon. Don't care about you. Don't care about... Actually, here. The ones I don't care about, I'm just not going to take out of the... Well, I kind of need to, because I didn't... How many more... Oh, no. These are just real Oh, they're movie characters. Okay, let's see who I do care about in this list. What was that? Okay, yep. That, okay. Alright, cool. Who do I care about in this list that I would like to add? Yeah, I'm not doing all that. Okay. Is it the Mimic, I think, maybe? Why is there a hand in here? You know what? I think I'm just gonna leave this for tonight and come back to it, actually. I would like to go through this. I think I'm just kind of tired for today. So I think we're gonna leave it there. Yeah. And I'm gonna go to bed. Alright. Well, that was my FNaF talk, and also some rating. So, here's to the third movie. And I do believe, unless I'm incorrect, I actually did stream after the first one came. Well, let me check. I'll check on my phone so I don't have to hide my screen. If I'm not wrong, I did actually stream after watching the first one. I could be totally wrong, but I think I did. Live streams, sort by oldest, and then just start going up. Wow, okay, that didn't take long. Maybe I didn't. When would that have been? Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I had a video come out near that time? I could have sworn I talked about that on stream. Or in a video or something. It was October of 23, I do believe. Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, well, here's to the third one then. Alright, I will see you guys later. This is the Dead Cactus, signing out. Peace.